experience. I am consciousness. I am dreaming. All of this is my dream. I choose what I want. I can choose anew. I can choose now. Now is new. I am empowered. I am the creator of my experience. Just tell yourself the truth. Just keep on telling yourself the truth. And every time the old thing is repeating, it says, I'm powerless, I'm powerless, I'm powerless. Just tell the truth about it. I'm not powerless. I'm creating my experience. I'm creating my experience by affirming that I'm powerless.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I experience myself as powerless. How's that for proof? You see, everything that you tell yourself, you're just narrating. You are the author of the experience. You're just the narrator. You're just telling yourself what is true. What you believe in. So again, most people are sitting on the sidelines, just watching the world burn and failing to take responsibility, saying, "I told you so." And then what happens? They're still unhappy. They're still abusing themselves. They're still victimizing themselves. Nothing good is for them. So you owe yourself to make the change.
To talk
How will you make the change? Make it now. So I guess what I really want to talk to you about today is your power of instant manifestation. Because
my power of instant manifestation.
You have to be willing to be bold and audacious and take time to put that
bold and audacious.
Excuse.
Excuse me.
How we disempower ourselves. We say, well, maybe.
What are we gonna say about it?
Maybe.
It's not a song.
But have you noticed that so long as you do that to yourself, it isn't different. It's more
just a song alone.
You're practicing exactly what you don't want. You're practicing power. You're saying time.
Practicing some power.
Time is power. But you owe it to yourself to actually tell the deeper truth.
Owe it to myself to tell the deeper truth. I'm the creator of time, yeah.
Where does time exist other than in your imagination?
Where does time exist other than in my head?
Everything that's manifest is
Totally out of
instantly
tune.
now. That's just the truth. Find one thing where there's an exception to that, and you can't. You can tell a lot of stories about it, but all of that which is manifest instantly now. Always. So you can't ever find something from then. It's not possible.
Can't ever find something from then.
Now. The story about then manifests now.
The story about then manifest it now.
Every experience manifests now.
Take some chords, make them sound. Make some music and go around town singing your truth. Impossible.
So all manifestations.
You say.
I'm going to take one more big step back.
You say.
About why this matters. Because a lot of people, I don't know how many people, some people have a wrong idea, which is that true spirituality is entirely passive. That's not true. Because there's this universal law of polarity. It's true that for all things to exist, their equal opposite must also exist because they're all, everything exists relative to its opposite. Up, down, left, right, here, there, good, bad, like, dislike. All things exist in polar opposition to what they are not. That's their only definition of existence. If you don't have bad becoming good, you don't have right becoming good, they're meaningless without their opposite. So, everything is manifest now. because you owe it to yourself to take responsibility for this manifestation, because if you don't, then you're falling prey to one-sided thing, which is total delusion. What I mean by that is, if you think, oh, true spirituality is passive, then you're only looking at one side. But the truth is the totality, which means it's both active and passive. Because the truth is both, because both are two sides of one coin. You cannot have a one-sided coin. It's impossible to have exclusive passivity. The moment that you have brought passivity into consciousness, that means that its opposite is also true. That means that activity is also true. Passivity cannot exist without activity. If you deny the activity and you say it's only passivity, or if you deny the passivity and you say it's only activity, then you are in denial of totality, which means that you're separate because you're trying to live the impossible, which is a one-sided coin. It doesn't exist. It cannot exist. So it's very important not to fall into that trap of thinking that life and true spirituality is only passive, because the higher level truth is that true spirituality is the totality, which is inclusive of both, which is neither, right? Because that polarity collapses at the higher level. But as soon as you want to live it, you have to bring both of them into the picture. Otherwise, you're only living delusion, which is why if people try to do that, they suffer. Because guess what? You cannot live in total passivity so long as you're afraid of meeting your basic material needs, right? If you say, I'm going to just deny the flesh and I'm going to live only the spirit, good luck to you. I mean, that's a possibility, but you need to go somewhere else. You need to go to the Himalayas or somewhere where you can get away with that, or just go to whatever, go to your backyard and just sit there and don't move. But you're not doing that. And I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I'm saying that you have to be honest about who you are. That's a different path. That path of the recluse, the path of denial of the world, does hurt because it hurts you. And when you're living, when that hurt is your experience, where is your attention? Obviously, it's with the hurt. Right? That's just the basic law. Where your attention is, that's what your experience is. So if you're hurting, your attention is on experience. Guess what? That means your attention is not on oneness. So you're just deluding yourself if you continue along that same line of false thinking. You have to accept that it's spiritually correct for you to solve your problems in the world. If you don't, then you're lying to yourself. And so you've been going round and round and round for a long time in denial about who you are and what you're here for. You're here for the totality. You're here to know yourself at all levels, which means that you also have to take responsibility for your worldly experience, for your individual experience. You have to know yourself as the universal and as the individual. And you have to take responsibility for fulfilling your dharma. If you don't, you have failed. And if you fail, that means it's not like a punishment. It just means that it was your desire from the outset. You wanted to know yourself, and you failed to do that because the desire still exists. There you go. You're going to continue to try to know yourself. So understand, none of this is a punishment. It's your own desire. You want to know yourself. You want to know yourself in this particular way. You set for yourself particular challenges so that you can know yourself through those challenges. So whatever that is for you, maybe you want to know yourself as abundance, so you set yourself up with a sense of lack. Why? Because that's how it works. Because abundance can only be known through its opposite, which is lack, right? Because they cannot exist independent of one another. So if you want to know yourself as love, you set yourself up as I'm unlovable or I'm unworthy or whatever, right? Because that contrast is what allows you to know yourself through that particular lens. So that's your desire. You owe it to yourself to fulfill that. So that's why I'm saying, just to take a step back, that is spiritually correct to do. It's not bad to address and fulfill your worldly desires. It's very important because your worldly desires exist because you have them. You created them. You want to fulfill them. If you think about it, it's like it's like robbing Peter, pay Paul kind of business, right? You're saying on the one hand, oh no, none of this matters, but on the other hand, it totally matters. So talk about split personality. Don't do that. Don't stop hurting yourself. Okay? So yes, of course we want to
Which
have
one of me?
awareness of the universal, very important. But you cannot have adequate knowledge and integrated knowledge of the universal so long as you are hurting at a worldly level, so long as you're living in ignorance of your true nature in every moment of your life. Because that's really the aim. That's what you want. That's what you set out to do, is to know yourself always in all things, in all experience, no matter what. You know yourself. Okay? So whatever your problems are in life, you owe it to yourself to solve them. Don't sit by on the sidelines and just watch the world burn and say, I told you so. Take 100% responsibility.
Being born is right.
Do not put it off. Because again, all manifestation is instantaneous, which means that you should have proper expectation that miracles can and are happening now. Don't put it off. So what is a miracle?
A curse.
Be clear about what that means. A miracle just means
A blessing.
A miracle occurs when your faith in some higher truth is greater than your faith in a
lesser truth.
That's it. It's not something impossible. It's obviously possible, because to the divine all is possible. Think about it again. You are consciousness dreaming. What is impossible for you? How could anything be impossible? You're not some tiny little thing living in an objective universe that's so big and bad and terrible. You're dreaming. You can do anything. Don't use that.
That's the question.
You're creating now.
Because I'm all of them, right?
Presently, you're creating now. So create now how you want it. What do you want?
Nothing.
Tell the truth.
Truth.
I am infinite consciousness. I am infinite being. Divine power is with me. I
am I lying to myself?
My life.
Is there something I want? Perhaps.
I am abundant. I am healthy. I am whole. I am free. I am perfect. I am loved. I am lovable.
Ashton.
I easily forgive all.
Hay leche con croquetas si quieres, monsieur.
That's what you want. Just affirm it. And then when the mind says, "Oh, but I can't," because of yesterday and the day before and the day
Strong
before
character.
Because I'm not good enough, and because other people confirmed that I'm not good enough, and because I did those terrible things. No, you didn't. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Stop the self-abuse. There's nothing wrong with you. There's never been anything wrong with you. It's impossible to make anything wrong with you.
I like abusing myself.
Just tell the truth about it. I am whole. I am complete. I am perfect now.
Yeah.
I am pure consciousness dreaming. All the divine
Perfect.
qualities are within me and as me, through me, in all ways.
That's far.
I am creator of my experience now. Now is new. Just
Lord.
tell yourself this
Yes.
truth.
A
So that you
flawed
can see it.
creation.
So that you can really know the truth of it. And in the light of this, you will see all of the lies that you've been telling
That's the
yourself. Dismiss them. Oh, he doesn't know how difficult life really is, the mind says. Use it for the lesson.
The mind.
You see the excuses that the mind makes just to
It's just feeling.
keep abusing itself. Haven't you had enough?
Never.
Would you treat another person the way that you treat yourself?
Yes.
Would you talk to another person the way that you talk to yourself? Would you tell
Yes.
other people what you tell yourself?
All the time.
Would you tell a child what you tell yourself?
Definitely.
You wouldn't do that unless there's really something wrong with you. No, you wouldn't do that.
Of course you do.
Going and stomping on the
You tell the truth
Christmas stocking and saying,
to the very detriment of your soul. You become the truth. You you don't lie to yourself, then you don't lie to others.
Why do you do that?
What do I do about
And you can just hopefully see there's no good reason. There's no good reason at all.
There's every reason.
Just stop. Again, the mind says,
I
oh,
mean,
it's that easy.
Go a little deeper into the rabbit hole, and
maybe I do. Maybe
you're going to find very deep hole.
Maybe I know exactly all the excuses that your mind makes. And maybe I'm just telling you the truth.
Maybe.
But you owe it to yourself.
The truth.
And just choose now.
What is the truth? Yeah.
Do you see?
My truth.
Miracles are happening right now. Miracles are happening in all ways.
Is he true? Are you true?
Your blood is moving through your body. Your nerve impulses are occurring. There's air here. Breathing is happening.
It could be a fabrication
You're hearing.
of another mind.
Thinking is occurring. This is absolutely a miracle. Everything that's happening is a miracle. And let's see what the mind does with that. The mind says, oh, well, that's not a big enough miracle for me.
Miracle, either way, can be a curse or a blessing, right?
That miracle, how are you going to admit a bigger miracle?
You admit all miracles.
You cannot not admit miracle. Them. How are you going to accept a bigger miracle? You want big healing in your life? Start with gratitude.
Yeah,
all of it is. Acknowledge that this is absolutely incredible. Acknowledge the immense, vast, infinite power of consciousness. Start there. And I promise you, the miracles that you desire can begin to happen now. See where the mind goes with that? The mind says, oh, I'll put it off till tomorrow.
Would I have my skin without wrinkles and scars? No.
See?
My scars
just tell the truth about it.
are dignified of my being and my soul.
Tomorrow either.
They're a map of who I am.
So you want to be ready tomorrow, you need to be ready
in this
today.
life.
You want to be ready today, you need to be ready tomorrow.
Every day, every moment. Always ready for that.
Right now, and allow them in every way in your life. Whatever healing you want, just accept it. And whatever the mind has to say about that that's not in alignment with that,
whatever healing I want.
Just stop accepting it. Just stop. See? You have that power. Absolutely. Just say, not here. No more. No more lies. No more fear. No more falsehood.
There is none of that.
No more victimization.
There's never been any of that.
No more postponement. No more self-deception. No more self-harm. No more self-blame. No more shame. No more guilt. And see, the mind is
guilt I have none.
I
used to have no more. All my guilt was wiped the moment my mother died in my arms.
And then you admit it in the next minute. Only you. You have that power. No one else has that power. Only you do.
An old shame, too.
So you always have the power of free will. People fall into this trap. They say, hey, God is...
That's the question. That, free will, man, that. Are we a product designed with or without free will?
People are choosing. They're willing, like I said, they're willing to sit by the sidelines.
Very short little,
sick false satisfaction.
Is it factory chicken a free will?
How about taking responsibility and say,
a factory pig or a factory cow?
I choose abundance for all. You see where the mind goes with these things? The mind is, as soon as we say this, the mind turns to...
Are we hamburger meat?
Abundance, the mind turns to lack. Say, oh, but if I had enough, I'd be taken away from somebody else. What about all those poor starving children? What about, all of them, whatever. The mind goes to all of these
eating each other.
Foolish excuses to continue the same self-abuse. And when I say self-abuse, I mean self is all. Right? You are consciousness dreaming. All of this is only consciousness. It's all
Talk
you.
about Tu's tacos, man.
Just like the nighttime dream is all of you. It's not. You're not dreaming something apart from you. You're dreaming your own consciousness. It's your own consciousness. And it
Yeah,
manifests.
well, but where does it
It's
begin?
all
Where does it
you.
end?
So you don't
Because
force. Stop
my consciousness began with the television,
starvation.
for
You want to
instance,
stop
and my
the
mother.
abuse. Stop all those things. Stop doing it to yourself. Start there.
Doing what,
If
brother?
you're not willing to do that, how is it going to extend beyond? How's it going to extend beyond your limited identity if you're not willing to?
My limited identity is ayahuasca.
This person here, for this
DMT, 5-MeO DMT. My limited identity is 5-MeO DMT.
So you have to stop
And I
looking
am
out there
a.
and look only in here because
I am
here
an
is the
elf.
cause. Out there is the effect. Out there is the projection of your own beliefs, your own limitations, your own ideas, your own habits. You've just seen it projected out there, and then you use that to justify continuation of the same. It's a vicious cycle. So see that you have that power now.
Have I talked to you about the wonderful powers of Dungeons and Dragons?
The power, the infinite power of the divine is here now in its fullness. What could possibly stand in the way of that? Tell the truth, guys, nothing. It's only because of the limited beliefs that you accept that prevent you from having that experience. So please understand, I'm telling you the truth. Miracles
I like you, Joey.
Always, in every moment.
Your head's in the right place.
And you can experience all levels and degrees of miracle, including the full healing of whatever you want right now, to the degree that you're willing to accept it.
I know, dude. I like my face the way it is. But, thanks.
I promise you that there's
Getting on the healing process pretty good on myself.
Who is experiencing that?
Yeah, good.
Somebody is
Tea
experiencing that.
for that, too.
Why not you? And don't let any of this be something you use against yourself. Because understand, that's not what this is about. Please, please, please hear that. None of this is about more fodder for self-abuse. This is not about, oh, I'm failing. I'm not good enough because I'm not letting the divine into my life in a big enough way. I'll just give up. No. This is to say, you're doing amazing work to be here now to hear this. Now just receive it fully. Because most people aren't here. Let's just tell the truth about it. And then just see what the mind does with that. The mind says, oh, well, most people aren't here for whatever reason. But the only reason most people aren't here is because most people are not able to receive this yet. But you are. That's the only reason you're here. It would be impossible for you to be here if it was otherwise. You would not have stuck around this long if it was not true. You would have checked out on YouTube.
I checked out a long time ago, brother.
Checked out. You're like, oh, this is boring.
No, not at all. Listen,
you're crazy.
totally.
And check out.
The frick?
Fine.
There we go.
It's not for them,
Hey there,
but it's for you.
JoeyLott. Here we are, brother.
It has you here.
Having your conversation.
It's you. Your own higher self.
And
has you
you see the mirror?
Yourself delivering this message to
The
yourself.
mirror points to the outside right now. That's not it.
So who is it that's speaking to you? You.
There's many me's. Many, many me's.
It's only you.
And yes, it's only me. Wait a minute. There we go.
The fulfillment
It's got to be this
of
way.
your own desires.
How the frick?
And then you just have to be
Oh, there we
willing
go.
to accept it.
There she is.
So open to that now, whatever it is you want. Step one, tell the truth about it.
Now, let me show you a little portal I created.
It's not bad. It's good.
It's to the outside.
You want to be happy? That's good. You want to know prosperity? That's
Gotta bring up
fantastic.
the mirror. I was gonna do it. You know what? I was gonna do an ayahuasca ceremony to bring up the mirror downstairs,
Do it.
and I didn't.
You want to engage in
And I don't feel guilty about it because if I didn't, it was because it was another moment,
you want
right?
to experience a vibrant, healthy body.
Right? Or am I speculating?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm
All of it is
speculating.
good. Only good.
Oh. We are in a conversation, Joey.
There's nothing that can in any way understand that.
Well, thank you, sir.
All the terrible things that
You're very
you've
kind
done.
to me.
I understand that. You've got a long list of all the terrible things that you've done that you think make you unworthy. But you owe it to yourself.
Start with 9/11.
Because if that was true,
For this.
at what point would you become worthy? You would never become worthy.
That's the issue, Joey. That's the issue.
You always be unworthy. You can't. How are you going to rectify that? You can try to rectify
How do we rectify our lives? Music, walking,
So give it up.
walking maybe.
I'm
I have
reminded
a
of
cat
this
to take
story
care
of
of.
prodigal son. Okay? Oh, maybe you know the story.
Prodigal son, no, I don't.
Father has two sons. One of the sons does the unthinkable. He says, Dad, I know you're not dead yet, but I want my inheritance anyway because I think you're stupid and I could do better than you.
Yeah,
Father says, well,
did
all right,
did that one.
good luck.
Mark the checklist. It's in there. Ask
And
me about
he's
that.
living the lowest life possible. He has fallen to the absolute
I did bag.
depths of the worst of everything. I mean, far worse than you.
Oh, where's the name?
Really, I mean, absolutely the worst. And one day, it strikes him. He says, I don't think I can handle this any longer. This level of suffering is more than I can bear. He says, I don't know what else to do. I have tried.
I can handle some suffering still.
I tried and I failed. I squandered my inheritance. I turned out I couldn't do better than my dad.
I've suffered enough to know that suffering is not
So with some humility,
powerful.
it occurs to him, well, I guess I gotta go back to my dad. It's my only hope. And my hope is that he'll take me back and it's like a servant, as low as possible servant. And that way at least I can have some room and board. He goes back and, he's hoping, fingers crossed, for just the tiniest something. He sees his son with open arms, starts weeping. I'm so relieved to see you alive. Back to people, says, slaughter the fattest calf. We're going to have a feast for my son, who I thought was dead and returned. And the son is shocked at this.
You want to go outside, Joey? I can take you with. Put you. I have to end the.
I thought you were dead. And come to find you're alive. This is cause for celebration. I welcome you back completely with
Go outside, you know.
So this is the truth. We have shut the divine out of our lives. We have isolated ourselves from our true source and power. And we have squandered our essence. And we are suffering the consequences of that. That's it. We're suffering the consequences of that. God does not judge you. Sorry to use the G word. I know that offends some people. God does not judge you. God is love. God is unconditional love. Only you judge you. So
God is.
You owe it to yourself to stop the self-abuse.
Zeus.
Because that's all that's happening.
Thor.
You are never unworthy.
Odin. Zeus.
You just made a mistake. We've all made that same mistake.
It's the
same mistake for everybody. We squandered our inheritance. We said, Dad, I can do better than you. I'm going to take off and just give me my inheritance, even though you're not dead yet. I mean, think about what a terrible insult that is. It's basically saying you're dead to me before you're dead. It's the supreme expression of ingratitude. And that's the fundamental mistake that we made. We just said, I could do better than you.
Judas, JC, choose one.
Predictably, couldn't be otherwise. Why? Because the second you cut yourself off from the divine, you cut yourself off from those divine qualities, what you are actually seeking for. You see that?
All right, so I'll be the advocate for Judas. You be the advocate for Jesus.
You're seeking for that harmony.
That a good
You're
deal?
seeking for that understanding. You cut yourself off from that, and then you're still roaming about, saying, "Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?"
It's right here, right now, brother.
Same place.
It's always been right
Exactly
here,
where
right
you
now.
left it. And you just have to be willing to humble yourself and return, and be willing to accept the fullness of it. So again, God does not judge you. God is so happy that you are here. But just be willing to accept that embrace. Stop telling yourself the lies. Stop pushing away the miracles. Because you always have free will. You can always
You don't push them
choose to
away,
turn
man.
back
They just
suffering.
roll over you,
Choose to
actually.
turn back to the lies.
You know, you get a big cross on the ocean because you're there.
Always instantly manifest. The instant you
Manifest
entertain,
a
I'm
big
not lovable.
cross
there you
miracle, you know, somewhere in
You
Oaxaca.
experience that
You're a
as
little
true.
boy. It's hard to live back
Whereas,
to
the instant that you are
when
willing
you
to
go
accept
the
the
Alice
real
to
divine truth,
Crowley.
which is I am inherently lovable because I am divine,
You know, yeah, well, that's the problem.
then
Right
that
there.
is true.
What is divine?
So it's up to you.
There's Devas, there's Assuras.
This. Stop giving your power away. Stop giving your power away to time. Be
Assuras
bold.
of power.
You know, how much longer do you want to wait? Why? Why wait any longer? And when you really tell the truth about it, you will see that everything that I'm telling you is honestly the truth. That
it's not the moment.
All instantly manifest. All of it is instantly manifest. That's the power. Cuts both ways. So
My beard's not white yet.
the choice is yours. Whatever you choose to give your attention to, that is your experience. So just choose to give your attention to what I am whole, I am complete, I am abundant, I am free, I am prosperous, I am happy, I am healthy, I am loving, I am generous. My world is filled with that abundance, with that happiness, with that health, with that peace and prosperity for all.
The Great Reset, you mean?
And then just keep telling yourself the truth. That's what you want. That's who you are. Don't sit on the sidelines watching the world win and say, I told you so.
Physician, know thyself.
Oh, there might be some legwork. I'm not denying that. You might have to show up. You might have to do something. You might have to meet with the angry mobs in your own consciousness that are rebelling, that say, how dare you turn your back on us? We're having our big misery party, and you are our big sponsor. Now, who are we going to turn to? You've got to, okay, that's there. But just be willing to continue to tell the truth about what you want and to give everything to that. Make your life a true
what does the
expression
butcher tell the cow?
Of who you really are. Don't sell yourself short. Just see that is really the fundamental choice. Either you're going to sell yourself out and you're going to join the multitudes sitting on the sidelines watching the world burn saying, I told you so. Experiencing no true satisfaction. Inwardly hurting tremendously. Afraid.
Should have been out there long ago.
Or you can
doing
choose
something about
to tell
it,
the truth now and admit the miracles in your life. Again, the miracles are everywhere, always present. It's only a matter of getting in the habit of acknowledging them. When you do,
the right time, I suppose.
then all things are possible. I mean, all things are always possible because everything is always, notice it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
This life is a miracle, all of it. How could it, like, the fact that this is happening is absolutely a miracle. Anybody who says otherwise is has their head deeply in the sand.
I was thinking of somewhere
This
else.
is completely a miracle. No matter what your religious
So you
might
read the
be,
Bible,
you could be
you
a
see
godless
the
materialist,
Jewish
and
screenplay in it,
nonetheless, if you're not
and
totally with
you
your
say
head
to
in the
yourself,
sand, if
what
your
are
heart is
what
not
are they
completely
doing out
closed,
there
you
in
have to
Israel?
admit this is a complete miracle.
You know?
So there you have it. The miracle is happening on all levels all the time.
Yeah.
If you don't acknowledge it, you
Hollywood
don't
knows how to make a lot
see
of
it.
miracles happen.
And if you don't see it, then you're not aligning to it. And if you don't align to it, then you're not able to work with it intelligently. And if you don't work with it intelligently, then it might as well not be there for you.
Perhaps letting go of
That's
the
the power of free
result
will.
oriented
So
mind.
use your power to
You know,
acknowledge the
brother,
miracle. The miracle is happening
miracles are every day,
in
every
all ways,
moment.
on all
Every
levels,
breath
always.
is a miracle.
And the more you do, the more that you will align with it.
It doesn't mean that
More
miracle's
that
no
you will
good,
see that
but
it
it
starts
also
to
means that you have to not
flow
understand what they're there
in
for.
ways that
You know?
previously you would have thought
Why
unimaginable.
did God put you in this chair at this moment?
Because again, all of it is.
That's the question
All of it
we
is
all have to ask ourselves.
You just have to be willing to accept it.
Yeah, I accept
So
my
open to
destiny
miracles, acknowledge the
relatively
miracles, see the miracles happening.
peacefully.
If you want something very practical to do, make yourself a list of the miracles.
Long list.
When you really get into doing this, you'll see there's no end to it. It's all miracle. Again, the more you do it, the more you'll start to see how many miracles there are.
Yeah.
So you'll start to see that everything is possible. And the more miracles that you open to, the more miracles you will receive, the more miracles you will experience. So that the things that seem like impossible things start to become commonplace. And that's, again, your spiritual mandate. You should do that. It's not wrong. It's not like greedy. It's not unspiritual. It's not anything like that. It's very good to do. Can you see how much is needed?
Love?
You owe it to yourself to offer that. So just start to acknowledge the miracles. See that everything that's happening is a miracle. And then you'll start to see miracles that go beyond your previous allowance of miracles. Things that will really challenge your limited beliefs. Because things will start to happen that you'll say, that couldn't happen. But there it is, it happened. All kinds of things. All kinds of things. Spontaneous healings of the body, spontaneous, profound insights that bring healing at a soul level to relationships. You'll start to experience, otherwise unexplainable solutions to your worldly problems, be they financial problems or
The very essence of the
problems,
fact that I have a body,
or whatever they might
these
be,
hands,
problems,
which are like
any
just
number
like my
of things,
mother's, by the way,
you will start to see them
identical.
happening.
And she
As soon
doesn't.
as you start to admit to those, then
Makes it
then
weird.
everything's it's all on the table at that point.
You know what I'm saying?
And just see that's what you want. So start telling the truth about it. Start admitting that in your life. Start putting your attention where you want it. Stop.
I don't want anything. I have everything I need. I want. I desire. I am beyond wants. Is it not true that I'm beyond wants, or am I still wanting something unpaid to me? Something owed to me?
I hope that was clear.
Nobody owes nothing to me.
I hope that was empowering. I hope that you will do something with that. Really change your life, because you should and you can and eventually you must. Your life can be so beautiful.
My life is beautiful.
You can be so happy.
I'm in the search for God.
You know so much peace.
And I am peace.
You can know so much harmony, so much freedom.
And I am freedom.
There's no end to it. You just have to start. There's always a beginning. The beginning is now. Always now. You just start now.
There is no beginning.
Just take this step.
There is no
and
end.
then this step. And then this step. whatever resistance appears, just keep telling the truth about what you want,
That's
who you
what's
really
funny
are.
about it.
You just, in your heart, you know it. You know, I am peace. Why? Because you want peace. I am happiness because I want happiness. I am freedom because I want
Now
freedom.
let's be honest.
I am
Do you
love
feel
because
peace?
I want love. It's really that
Do
simple.
you feel happiness?
You desire that.
Is there something you're missing?
Couldn't be otherwise. You can't desire it if you don't already know it. You can't know it if you're not already it. So just tell the truth about it. You already are
What's
it.
missing
Admit it. Allow it.
from this?
Invite it. Welcome it. Affirm that truth. I am that. I am that. I am that.
What am I? Eyes.
Whatever resistance, whatever bad habits of thinking are there, just be willing to let them go. Just say
Tongue.
no longer. That was just an old, fearful way of perceiving,
Nose.
a limited way of perceiving, because
Ears.
I was hesitant to really tell the truth. I was hesitant to plunge into the vastness of that. But
What's
now
missing?
I'm willing to do that. Now I'm willing to tell the truth. So I affirm that I am love. And whatever appears to be opposite to that, I let it go.
I was thinking more of the lower chakras,
I
brother.
am abundance. Whatever appears,
But love
to
is,
be lack, I let
pretty
it
much
go.
what puts us here.
Why am I going to entertain that there's lack? Why would I entertain there's not enough?
Love.
What possible good could come from that? You have to see. What possible good? If we say there's not enough for all, what good's going to come from that?
None.
No good comes from that. See, as long as we say there's not enough for all, then there's just fighting. I need to get enough for me because there's not enough for all.
Fighting and fussing for things you can't get is as ridiculous
So there's
as
no good that comes from
what to
telling
forget.
those lies to ourselves. We need to tell ourselves the truth. There is enough. When you know that there's enough, and you know that you are a
Chicken in the fridge.
and you know that there's enough for all, then you
I
see
have a
that
lot of
truth.
cats to
You
feed.
know that truth. You give generously because you have enough. Pretty soon there is clearly demonstrated enough.
None of this
It's all what we
is
choose
real.
to believe. And we believe whatever we practice.
What is real?
So if you don't like what you're experiencing, choose to practice what you do want. And know that what you do want is true and good. It is the spiritually correct thing to do.
Is
It's not
samadhi.
greedy or selfish to desire to know abundance. It's just the truth.
And samadhi
Not greedy in any way. It's
has several ways to get there.
greedy to affirm there's not enough. See,
Agreed.
that's the truth, right? If you say there's not enough, then you're affirming greed. Well, I need to get mine, which means that somebody else doesn't have enough because I'm getting enough for me. If there's not enough, that means somebody else doesn't have enough. That's the definition of greed. So to affirm abundance, which is the truth, means
Mammon is greed.
generosity,
Greed is
compassion,
mammon. Mammon
goodness.
is greed. Greed is mammon. Mammon is greed.
So it's all spiritually correct. Don't believe the lies
And
that the mind
it's
says otherwise.
definitely one of them. But it's pride, brother. It's pride. It's always pride. We are here in the Dajalgeist of Hauptbahnhof because we're proud. We're proud of our beards. We're proud of our cabins. Very, very dangerous to pronounce anything or say anything. It's all beyond words.
We all owe it to ourselves and to everyone
You
else.
know what I'm saying?
So
Know your demons.
practice
Thank
what you
them
want.
for the work they do for you.
Practice it in your imagination. Know the truth of it. Feel the truth of it. Relax deeply into it. Receive it. Trust it. And see it. And affirm it.
Truth.
You start to experience those miracles right
The truth shall set you free, brother.
every day.
The
Again,
truth shall
it might
set you
start
free.
small. It might start with just saying, oh, it's a miracle that I'm breathing. Okay, see the truth of that. It's a miracle that life exists. Okay, see the truth of that. And then you'll start to see
True.
the miracle happened yesterday where I got that unexpected check. It paid my bills. The miracle happened yesterday where that person
No, I'm subscribing to you, by the way. I think it's lots to grab and share. We live for 3 clicks. Subscribe.
And all of a sudden,
I'm gonna put a bell so see if you respond to my response. Because not everybody does, you know.
These things will and should
Share.
the more that you align yourself with that. Don't think small.
Facebook.
Don't think in terms of lack. Don't think in terms of poverty consciousness. Don't think there's not enough. Don't think, oh, I'll just settle for a little bit. I'll just settle for just less stuff.
Like.
Because you won't actually be satisfied with that. You have to go for gold. Tell the absolute truth about what you want, because what you want is big. It's infinite. It's everything. It's the totality. It's absolute truth. Complete, unconditional love and abundance.
I don't know what the absolute truth is. I don't even think I know what the truth is. You know, truth is such a big word. Those words that if you start digging into it, the rabbit hole is so deep that you. And think about a rabbit hole. Why a fucking rabbit hole? You know.
For those who are here live, we'll stay on for the coaching. And for those who are watching this on YouTube, I want to also say,
dude, I'm watching. God bless, by the way. Love your show.
Offering free introductory coaching sessions for anybody who applies sincerely. And in those coaching sessions, we can get clear on what you want. And
nothing.
I
don't want anything. Nothing at all.
Align yourself with your purpose and experience that fulfillment that you're here to experience. So if you want to take advantage of that, you can find out how to do that and apply at JoeyLott.com/intro, INTRO. I'll also provide a link in the description on YouTube.
Wow.
So that's it. I'm going to end this recording and then we'll stay on for the
Yo.
Our research shows that your thoughts can make you sick. And the question is, if your thoughts can make you sick and your thoughts can make you well, that's absolutely possible. That's easy to do. So when you wake up in the morning,
Dr. Joe Dispenza,
researcher and best-selling author,
one of the
All right,
most sought-after
Joe.
speakers in the world.
See you later, Joey. Nice show, by the way.
And unlock the power of their mind.
Call me.
I'm concerned about human species.
Why?